This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by Lee Health.
Southwest Florida, welcome back. We're so thrilled to have here my good friend. I'm not going to call him that on television because people get mad because I get a man that highest praise. But he is certainly the first black. I wasn't supposed to say he's going to be the first black mayor of Fort Myers. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live, Martin Byrd, man.
It's always an honor.
The man, the myth, the legend. Now, Mark, before we get into what you're doing now as the Dunbar, president of the Dunbar Festival Committee, you first appeared on Lee Pitts Live. I think were you in high school at the time, around 10th grade?
Yeah, I was about 16. The Fort Myers Senior Advisory Council. You brought us on your show.
It was the first time you were being on a TV talk show?
Yes, sir.
And you thought that was gonna be pretty normal, right? Think about it. That's pretty normal. You grew up, you on TV at a young age.
It was still exciting.
Okay. Well, anyway,
But yeah.
I remember the first. You were 14.
16.
Okay. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Okay, so close to 10 years ago almost. And you haven't aged much, by the way. But when you came on my show, you had on those shoes. What color were those shoes? Green?
They were yellow. They were
Green?
yellow. They was bright yellow.
Okay.
I toned down a little bit.
Okay. Hey, if everything works out in the editing room, we're going to see if we can put the picture up on the screen so y'all see you with those shoes on. Man, you were clean that day, man. Where did you get the dress and style from? I mean, you always just been a guy who like to put something together?
Definitely. I mean, I grew up in the church, so you got to dress up for Sunday. You got to keep it Sunday clean, and I just always like this look. Either there's no middle. Either I'm like this, or I'm in gym shorts.
Okay, tell me what happened to you when I first saw you. You came on with the Boys and Girls Club, and the director there now, what's her name?
Shannon Lane.
Shannon, I'm shouting you out. She was the director. She wasn't the director at the time.
No.
She was a unit.
She was with the city of Fort Myers at that time.
Right. Now she's the executive director of Boys and Girls Club. When you first came on the show back then, a lot has happened in your life in those 8 years. Tell us what has happened since we saw you as a teenager.
Well, of course, I graduated high school, started school at Florida Gulf Coast, and just continued the community service. Bunch of different groups, the Lee County Black History Society, the 100 Black Men, of course, my church, my Herman Ministries, and Dunbar Festival.
How did you get into this whole logistics thing? I see you orchestrating this, orchestrating that. Martin Luther King Day this, Easter Parade that, all different types of events, things at Mount Herman. How did you? People come to you now and say, "Hey, Mark, can you take care of this?" How does that work?
You kind of show up and you get to working and like, okay, you do a good job, and then you kind of get stuck with the job. But just getting involved and having watching people work. One of the first groups I got involved with was Dunbar Festival, and Jared Eady was president, working along him at that time as secretary, and just watching the process and then implementing your vision of how it goes.
Now, but you get a lot of older people to work with you as well. They respect you. I mean, I'm saying this, you don't have to say anything, but they follow you, and that's kind of hard to do. Have you any theories on how that happened, or just by example?
I just got to lead by working. I think they like seeing young people around. One of the things pastors said is about being a strength. Sometimes they can't do as much as they would like to do, to have somebody, another body that has a little bit more strength or something.
Now you are taking on a monumental task, the Dr. Martin Luther King Day weekend celebration, not just one day.
Yes.
All right, walk us through it, bro. What people need to know.
As you said, it's we've kind of retitled it, jazzed it up a little bit. We're calling it the Dr. Martin Luther King Legacy Weekend. So it's just not about looking at the past, but it's about, yes, he did this, and this what continued after him because of who Dr. King was. Kicking off the weekend with the Legacy Honors Gala. We're going to honor 4 great individuals that is soon to be announced. Been in the community doing great work in different areas, education, as well as just community activism. The gala is going to be great. We're going to give out a scholarship this year at the gala, so we're giving back into the community. The next day is Sunday, so it's going to be...
Give dates. Okay. We know it's Martin Luther King Day weekend, which culminates on a Monday, right?
Yes.
So we're starting off on that Friday?
We're starting off on that Saturday, January 13th.
Okay.
So January 13th, 7 p.m., the Dr. Kerry Robinson Center. We're going to have the Legacy Gala. As I said earlier, honoring 40 individuals.
And if everything works out, Lee Pitts Live will have his set there this time. But go ahead.
We definitely look forward to having our media sponsor there, because we know we're going to have you there later during the week and day. The next day is the ecumenical service, 4 p.m. We're still working with the church to secure that location.
We will be announcing that on Lee Pitts Live in the future. Go ahead.
Will be. And then, of course, MLK Day, which is January 15th, his actual birthday this year. So we're definitely going to try to make that a great event. Yes, he's actually was born. It's always on the third Monday, but that was his actual birthday. It's January 15th. So we're going to reach out all over Southwest Florida. We're trying to make this a Southwest Florida event. Some areas do events, but not a whole weekend, and not as large as we do it in Fort Myers.
So all of my viewers in the surrounding 7 counties who are listening right now, the epicenter where you need to be is in Lee County to celebrate the whole weekend. I think, do we have a website? Give us a place where people can go for more information.
All right, perfect. Email us at Dunbar Festival Committee @gmail.com, or call us at 239-603-4131.
Okay, and once they make that phone call, things start happening from there. Now, we know on that day, on Martin Luther King Day, on that Monday, we have a lot of vendors, a whole lot of performances and everything happening in the park. People who want to be vendors, is not too late now here in November to start working on that.
No, perfect timing before the price goes up or we get too many people. We do have location and spacing issues. So the rate's great right now. You contact us at either that number or the email. You'll get the application within 5 minutes, and we'll process that. Even sometimes we have committee members who come pick it up if you have an issue getting it turned in.
When you think of Dr. Martin Luther King, what comes to your mind?
Love and unity.
Do you think that we as a society are doing enough to keep his name out there?
No, and that's why this year we chose the theme, Remember the Dream. It's definitely in the political culture. We say it, but it's not really felt. So we're trying to bring back the fullness of what Dr. King was and what he was about his entire life.
Okay. Well, we're so glad to have you at the helm, and just let you know that your resume and things that you've done over the years are just outstanding, and you are ready to be a political leader should you choose to do so. You have already done the work to get there. Keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you.
Okay, as the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Martin Byrd. We'll see you right here next week on the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.